give you some elaboration in my review about how I feel as a foreigner living here in Malaysia. Close to a month already, we've been spending our time here, specifically in Kuala Lumpur, which is the capital of Malaysia. Um, Sorry, pardon me, I'm having this coffee candy, which is very popular, like Korean drama. I think you know which brand. So I'm curious, because it's so cheap over here. I realized, so I just bought it for like barely 80 cents for a pack. I mean, in terms of USD. So, as a foreigner living here in Malaysia so far, in Kuala Lumpur, my take is I feel like it's I'm living a dream. I feel like I'm living a dream that I didn't really have to work very hard for, you know. And first of all, um, the basic stuff, okay, like cars, are very affordable here, and there's no limit as to how many years you can keep your car. Of course, you can keep as long as possible, but they do have this regulation that once it reaches 10 years, they are very strict to make sure that you go for inspection, for example, car inspection, right? And by the local authority to make sure that it is safe, your car is safe, especially when it's more than 10 years car. So there is like a yearly kind of a car inspection, and then you have to make sure that you maintain your car well. So in order to get a permit to continue to drive the car, yeah, of course, yeah, but no additional cost, sort of. All right. So because the car is yours, you can have it forever, but you just need to maintain, make sure that you are safe driving that car. So that's what they need you to do. That's all. And you know the country is so big, right? And there are lots of highways, so it's very well connected. So wherever we travel, right, it's almost um, not too much of a jam. Even if it's jam, right, it's only for a while at those small roads, and very soon you'll reach the highway, and then it's clear again. All right, and it's very reasonable. And the best part is parking in the shopping mall car park, right? Is definitely like let's talk about USD, okay? Because it's like international currency. It's barely like 20 cents. It's like all less than 50 cents per hour. Okay, probably like 30 cents or 20 cents per hour. That sort. All right. Can you imagine we are now living in 2025 new age, okay, century, and yet everything is so low cost right here. And we're talking about big shopping malls as well. It costs less than $1 for an hour parking. And when you travel along the highways or anywhere you travel, so far I don't hear any horns. No one horns. Then we ask like, hey, why no one horns? We ask the driver. Then they say, oh, it's like their culture. Nobody horns at each other if they know. I mean, if they've been living there long and they are Malaysians, or they've been living there long, they know that they don't horn because they understand mutually to give and take. Okay, and sometimes they just shove their hand around and tell them which direction they're going. That sort, and very courtesy, all very courtesy. Yeah, I think because they are all very mutual drive, mutual having mutual understanding, and these drivers they are probably less stressed. I feel that generally right is the mental health. So for me, I feel that the people here, majority, I wouldn't say totally because I'm not sure, but I can see from what I know, from what I see, from what I experience, from what appears in front of my eyes, is wherever I go, they are less stressed. Yeah, the people are mentally very healthy. I must say they are all um, they have what they need. They are not so stressed out as to like I have to work so hard to get a basic needs all that. No, no, their basic needs are is like basically taken care of, which is within their reach. Okay, even though they don't have to work super hard for it, but it's just within their reach. It's like all the essentials. And pharmacies, right, one area I can see like at least three pharmacies. So the people here are very well taken care of. I can say, oh, the people here are really well taken care of. And especially for the locals, because the locals can actually purchase, most of them, I feel that most of them can actually afford to stay in condominiums with facilities, the locals here, because they allow the locals to purchase at a lower price. So end up most of the time it's about 100 about I'm talking about USD, 100 over thousand. Okay, 100 per thousand they can actually purchase a condominium here for the locals, but not for the foreigners. So they actually have a very good privilege. So I feel that Wow. And what I really enjoy here is that you feel like you are really in a giant country because there are mountains everywhere. If you want to have a look, right, there's actually mountains where I live, and I can see the city from here as well. So you can see, uh, there are the highways, and then these are the mountains. This is actually, I don't know whether the sunlight is affecting it a little bit. So you can see this the mountain, and everywhere there are mountains. There are mountains like this everywhere you travel to. So stay tuned, subscribe. I hope to give you more reviews.